paranormal ministry. I'm so happy to be back. These freaking past couple weeks have been insane. We did the old Washoe, we did the Hinsdale. Now, if you've seen our little promos for this, it is a location that I've been wanting to talk to for years and years and years. I've known about this place. It's been on like every paranormal show ever. But there's a warning. That is right. Viewers' discretion advised. If you get squeamish and you don't like the history that we're talking about this location, you might not want to watch this. But here's our guest. That is right. The Hill View Manor. If you know me, I lived in Pennsylvania. I never made it out to this side of Pennsylvania, but I was on Philly side, and I want to see if the stuff that happened in Hillview was the same that happened in Penhurst. So let's find out. We have Dale, and we have Melissa.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. So, like I said in the intro, I have been so excited to talk to you guys because like I said, you guys have been on TV shows. You guys have been on scariest haunts and scariest places in top 10, whatever, my whole life.
Yeah.
And like I said, I never made it out to that side of Pennsylvania, but I mean, I made it out to Penhurst and everything like that. So we'll get into that here soon. Melissa,
Yes.
explain what you do at Hillview. Like, what is your job there?
Sure. I am a tour guide. Help check people in for big events, for our private and public investigations. Give guided tours through the whole building. You know, we sit there through the evening, help you out if you have any questions. I also run our Facebook page. I'm part of our really awesome social media team. And so if you follow Haunted Hillview on Facebook, that's me. Hi.
So you're the one I've been talking to for like a month now.
Yeah, that's me. And yeah, exactly. And you know, if you ever do send us a message and we don't get back to you immediately, I do apologize because our messages get buried. Anybody who deals with business Facebook page, it's awesome.
Sure. Yeah, I tried to message you guys a couple years ago, and yeah, I just never got anything. So
yeah, I apologize for that.
I'm glad that we're doing it now, and you know,
agreed. Super excited to be here.
Yeah, for sure. Dale, what do you do at Hillview?
Well, like Melissa, I'm also a tour guide.
Okay.
And everything she mentioned about the tours is the same thing I do. And I run our Facebook Lives every Wednesday. Well, used to be Facebook Lives. Now it's streamed on StreamYard, so it's multiple platforms.
Yes.
Awesome.
We're branching out.
Yeah. How did you guys get involved with Hillview? Was it kind of just because I talked to a lot of people of a lot of locations that they're just like kind of just happened.
It really kind of did.
And I haven't left.
Yeah, that's pretty much my story. My very first official investigation was at Hillview, and fell in love with the place and got a call one day. Hey, would you like to start volunteering or working at Hillview? And I'm like, yeah, I would. And
absolutely.
My story is a little different. Me and my son, who was 7 years old at the time, was watching the Ghost Hunters episode when it was at Hillview.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me and he said, Dad, he goes, I want to start doing that. I said, doing what exactly? He says, ghost hunt. I said, are you serious? He said, yeah, I'm serious. I said, well, if you're really, really honestly serious, I'll start buying equipment. Yeah. So I started, small fortune in equipment,
Hmm.
and then I started um, looking into places to investigate, and he wasn't old enough. Like, I think the one place said, as long as he's 12 and he's with you, that's fine. So fast forward about a year later, I was friends with a volunteer up there, and he called me or he texted me about coming up for a one of the events, and I said, "Can I bring my son?" He's like, "Yeah, absolutely." So my son ghost rode his bike into the garage. He's like, "Let's go!"
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um, and yeah, we were up there so much. The first year that we went to Hillview, I think I did 6 private investigations,
Wow.
and now, fast forward, he's 21 years old now. I'm still part of the building, and he is no longer. He's 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 more about his girlfriend, his friends, and alcohol.
You know,
What it
So
is to be young, you know?
yeah, right.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was me 100%. Like I've literally grown up talking about the paranormal my whole
Hmm.
life. Like
Same.
it's the same way. I'm like I'm gonna be a ghost hunter. I'm gonna be
Yep.
a paranormal investigator. That's it. I don't have any other plans. Like nothing. Like
Yep.
I thought I thought when I was younger that you can make a living off of this, which clearly you have no chance.
No, no chance.
You spend more money trying to go to these places than making money.
100%.
Yeah,
Uh,
but yeah, that's me younger. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make millions. I'm gonna have my own team. I'm gonna have a show. I'm gonna have all this. And
I will
now,
admit when Aiden was little, I pitched the idea to a producer of a father and son doing a paranormal show. I
yeah,
That
thought
would
it
have
was.
been that
I
would have
thought it would have
been
been great.
fantastic.
yeah,
Well, they said no.
Wow. Yeah, now some of the garbage they've got on now. I shouldn't
I
say
yeah.
know.
that.
No, I completely agree with that one for sure.
There's a lot of good
You know,
content out there, but
Yeah.
I mean,
but
if your name doesn't start with a Z, you're pretty much, you know,
Nailed it.
let's just keep it real, you know.
Yeah, right.
So Hillview Manor is a historic former county-run institution facility located in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. So from what I know, it pretty much started out as a poor farm,
Hmm.
correct.
and so from 1867 to 1897, kind of like around the same time Penhurst was more 1900s. Um, but the malpractice, the horrible. By the time that it closed, it was just a shell of what it used to be. Like treating the patients wrong, giving patients the wrong medicine, doing experiments on kids. Like I think that's pretty much a good start of the conversation. um, what do you guys do? What do you guys know about the beginning of Hillview?
Well, Hellview, actually, we're turning 100 this year. We actually
Okay.
opened in 1926. There was another
Oh,
poor farm down the road, but this one was built in 1926 and officially opened in October.
okay.
And originally, it was, like you said, it was a poor farm. You came there if you were mentally ill, homeless, just out of jail. Basically, you didn't have anywhere to go. If you were elderly and didn't have family to take care of you, you
Yeah.
came to the poor farm. If you lived there, you worked there in some capacity, whether it was out on the farm or in the kitchens or in the boiler room.
Yeah.
First 20 or so years under the original caretakers, it was probably quite literally hell. Would you say that, Dale?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the original caretakers were Mary and Perry Snyder, and they were really terrible human beings. And the more research that Dale and one of our other staff members, Emily, have really dug into the history and have found amazing stuff, the more we find out, the worse we find out that they actually were. They were terrible. They called the residents originally inmates, that tells you anything about how they were treated.
Wow.
There were a lot of suicides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But until 1945 in Pennsylvania, everything was processed in house. We had their own embalming room. They were buried out back. I mean, Mr. Snyder had sole discretion over pronouncing somebody how they died.
Wow.
And like I said, we have a lot of mysterious suicides. My personal favorite story, and I know I use this all the time, Dale, is they found a gentleman out back who'd been stabbed 17 times, and they never found the weapon that he used to stab himself, and Mr. Snyder declared that a suicide.
Yep.
Wow.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because, somebody's just going to stand there and stab themselves 17 times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's a little weird.
Well-
One of our more famous spirits, Angelo, was found on the second floor in the shower. He was found hanging, and Mr. Snyder declared that he had killed himself. But the problem is, information that, again, Dale and Emily dug out was that when Angelo came there, he was in a room on the first floor, and he
No,
was
third.
third. Okay, I apologize. Third. He was bedbound. But he somehow got himself down a floor, down a hall, up on a stool, and managed to hang himself.
Right past the nurse's station.
Right past the nurse's station.
That they would clearly be like, what the hell are you doing? Go back to
Yeah.
bed. Like, how are you even walking right now?
Right.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah, that's a freaking miracle you're even walking, let alone carrying a rope and a stool with you. Be like, what the
Right.
hell are you doing?
Yep.
And like, I do believe from my research that I did, there was people jumping off the roof. There was a couple people that jumped out of windows.
We only have one confirmed that I'm aware of, right? That was John.
Yeah, but the more that we've been digging, I think John was also a victim of the Snyders.
Yeah, he did not go out the window of his own accord.
Heard. So
Yeah.
I'm sure they kind of, so places like this, like Ashmore, that was
Mhm.
another poor farm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how bad Hillview was to Ashmore in comparison, but I'm sure the Snyders had residents there that like watched over all the people and like did all the shitty stuff to people that the Snyders would tell them to do. Was that have you come up with anything like that in the research?
Yes, I have come up that Perry Snyder had a right hand man
Yeah.
named Robert Cunningham, who we believe did all the dirty work.
Wasn't he like listed as an orderly?
Yes, and there was even charges against him that he was beating the crap out of diligent men.
Oh.
I couldn't even imagine like being
No.
a kid or being a widow and like losing your whole family and coming in here and it's just having to deal with all that. Like
Right.
I couldn't even imagine. But they had nowhere else to go. You
Exactly.
know? And like I said, I lived in Pennsylvania and I could never, ever imagine being out in the open during winter
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like, it is literally impossible. Because the whole block from my house to my work, I thought I was going to die.
Right.
Yeah,
we go from extremes to, like we said, right now it's 103 degrees to, in January it was a sustained -20 for a month, Dale.
Yeah. But I was still in shorts and t-shirt.
He was.
You're one of those guys.
I
Yes.
am.
All right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, every paranormal show has been on here. It doesn't matter what there is, they've been here.
There's a few that we're missing, but we're trying to close that gap.
Yeah.
It's a very few, very
Very
few
Yep.
that have not been to this property.
Yeah.
But it is absolutely beautiful. I've always loved this building.
Love that picture.
And like this picture, it's just every night in Pennsylvania. I feel like it feels like God's literally just taking freaking painting and just brushes every night. So, like looking at this picture, so the middle building's the entrance, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So, what are these other buildings that sprawl out from the main building?
That's the east and west wings. That's one big building.
Oh, I didn't know they were all connected.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So it kind of goes into the building and then sprawls out.
Yep.
Got ya. So, in your take, from the main building to the east or west, what do you think is more haunted, or more or is it the whole place?
Yeah. The whole place
It's
is
the whole
haunted.
place.
My opinion, the newest wing, which you can see very little of it in that picture that I painted.
Yeah, you painted. Okay. All right.
But yeah, on the left hand side, you can see a little bit of it. It was added in 77. It was one north. One north, I think, is by far the most haunted wing in that building.
Without a doubt.
What was that used for?
That was the critical care wing when it was Hill View Manor from when they renamed it in 77.
Okay. Because I, from what I've done in my research, it went from a poor farm to a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And from what I understand, excuse me, sorry.
Sure.
From what I understand, conditions didn't really change from the poor farm to the nursing home. Like malpractice and taking care of the patients and everything.
No. They were taken way better care of.
Okay.
Hillview.
Yeah.
Um,
We get very lucky. We still have a lot of former employees visit us from time to time. Which we love when that happens. And every single former employee who comes through, whether they were there in the 70s, 80s, 90s, all say that Hillview was their favorite place that they ever worked.
That's cool. I'm glad
And
to hear that part.
And what tells us a lot is the one night we had like 9 former employees come together, which was fantastic. And like, as
That's
normally
awesome.
we escort them on a tour. Well, they took us on the tour through the building. I felt like we were the paparazzi following them around taking videos.
For sure.
They remembered every room, every person. Hey, you remember this room? This was the guy who ate popcorn every night. Hey, you remember this room? I mean, you could see how much they loved that place and how much love and care they brought into it. So we were really glad that the last, 30 or 40 years that it was open, they really made it a special place.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We've been donated pictures that you can see outside. Now outside now it's just very plain, but they used to have like picnic tables and flower gardens, and they were constantly doing activities, and it just, every picture you look at, you're like, okay, this was a happy place.
Yeah. That's why I like doing this. This is why I like pumping that information out to find out the real, because that's what I've always known. Like poor farms were usually not very good places. And from the research that I did, like I said, it went from bad to bad. But I'm very glad that it went from bad to good, because
I mean, I'm sure probably the first couple years, it probably wasn't the best, but it had to be better than
what it was.
Yeah.
And I've heard somebody telling us stories. I don't remember who. Maybe it was Denise, a former staff member, that when Mr. Covert took over as the administrator there, that he was like an extremely ethical person. So, maybe it still wasn't the super happy place, but it wasn't the horrible place that it had been under the Snyders.
Yeah. So to back up a little bit, did the Snyders like purchase the building and turn it into the poor farm, or were they kind of just assigned to that?
They were assigned to that. The county actually owned it, and the Snyders ran it until 1944, when they were removed for being really awful people.
So I'm sure that it's not anywhere like it is now. I'm sure they didn't go and assess the building, didn't check the buildings back then. Like, how did they find out all of this? Like, what the Snyders were doing?
Dale, you want to run that one?
Oh no. Go ahead.
Okay. The county cemetery was out back.
Okay.
And one of the things that the Snyders, they would get paid for per person who was there. Like they got a stipend monthly for everybody who was there. Well, if
Okay.
people would pass away and they didn't have family members, they just wouldn't report them as dead and continue to collect the stipend.
Oh.
Or if they did get reported as dead, they were not giving them their own burial site. They were making them share, basically. And they were burying anywhere from like 4 to 10 people in the same gravesite and pocketing the money. And a storm came through and washed up a bunch of bones, and some hunters came across it and notified the county, and the county came in, and that was pretty much it for the Snyders.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. You know, it's bad enough that basically you go into a potter's field. You know what I mean? They didn't even get a headstone. They got a little concrete marker. I mean, that's sad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you don't even get your own. That it was, yeah.
That's a good recipe for unwanted spirits.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. You don't get to lay them to rest the proper way. They're going to come back and be like, what the hell, dude?
Exactly. Exactly.
But you know what? Karma got him a year later.
It did.
Yes.
It 100% did.
So did they get charged for that, or they
No.
kind of just got kicked
No.
out?
Yeah.
They were able to stay on site for, I think it was like 6 months,
Mhm.
and then they got the old boot,
Wow.
and
I'm
then they
sure
died. They died a year later.
Mhm.
Wow. I'm sure that 6 months they made everything even worse.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I couldn't imagine being there right before they left. Wow.
Yeah.
So now, is this like the smokestack? I understand that, but is that like a furnace, or is that like
Yes.
cremation, or
Nope. That was the exhaust for the old boilers.
okay? Did they have a crematorium there? Or they just bury the body?
Yep. No cremations,
No.
just
Wow.
burials.
Okay, that's so crazy.
Right? Can you imagine how much worse it would have been if they'd have had a crematorium? Oh my God.
Oh my god. Yeah, they would just burn people just to burn them. I feel like
And you know what? I bet that happened.
I would be willing to agree. Yeah.
in the furnace. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I'll burn something.
Yeah.
Files, whatever.
Yep.
So you said that it was in a different location to what it is now.
Hmm.
Was the old location just like falling apart? Was it just an old building, or?
Yeah. It was an old building. It was falling apart. They needed a new facility that was larger. And when this was built, that was right during the middle of the tuberculosis epidemic.
Oh wow.
So a lot of these poor farms became overcrowded
Yeah,
as a result of it. So
yeah. And like from what I understand, there was orphans, widows, just people that couldn't afford to live.
yeah.
And then you had like the mentally challenged, and you had the completely crazy psycho people, like all in the same place. Did they separate?
All under one roof.
Yep.
Did they separate them, or they all just live together?
The men and the women were kept separate, but that's about
Okay.
as far as I know.
Yeah.
I know that they had the lockdown ward up on the 3rd floor.
Wow. So like the mentally challenged people would be in with an orphan, or just a completely poor person that can't.
Yep.
That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's especially for being a kid and you just lost your whole family. That's
Yep.
Wow.
And again, that would have been unusual for children to come there, but we've actually found newspaper articles that they had to send the kids there because the orphanages again were full because of the tuberculosis epidemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, and you had to deal with the tuberculosis and
Mhm.
wow. Wow. So I know from talking to like the old Washoe Club and everything
Mhm.
during the winter, I know how cold it gets in Pennsylvania, and I know how hard that fucking ground gets. So, like, I have a couple pictures of it,
Mhm.
in the snow and everything. What did they do with the bodies when the full ground was too hard to dig?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, glad you should ask.
Right?
There's a bunker out back.
Yep.
So they
And-
would
They would.
stack them up like old Washoe did,
Yep.
Yep.
and then just bury them in the summer or spring or whatever.
Yep.
Wow.
And sometimes they stored bodies and food at the same time.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Like the whole month ration or whatever they would have.
Yeah.
It'd be like
Yep.
tomatoes and a head. Like,
Right.
That's not a head of lettuce.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine living back then. I couldn't.
No.
Like it just seems like complete torture being in places like this.
Right.
Like, so to go back to where I was starting, what do you think the same things were happening at Hillview that were happening at Penhurst?
No, I think Penhurst was a special in the worst kind of way. I think Hillview, while it was terrible, I don't think they experienced the level of trauma that they did at Penhurst.
Yeah.
At
'Cause
least
I
that's
know-
my.
Yeah, for sure. I just didn't know because, like, the whole shame of Pennsylvania, you
Yeah.
know, I didn't, because that was more mentally challenged, I'm not using the word that they used to use because
Yeah.
we don't use that anymore.
No.
Right.
But
Right.
they weren't they like at Penhurst basically straight up torturing them and experimenting on them?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we dealt with that at Hillview. I think they were terrible people who treated them like chattel, but I don't think that happened at Hillview.
Yeah. Got ya. So I know, like, in Penhurst, you bit and you got a warning, and if you bit again, they would just rip all your teeth out.
Uh-huh.
Like, I just got 2 teeth removed this morning. I couldn't imagine
Yeah.
getting all of my teeth ripped out with no Novocaine, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just sitting. Yeah, no, I can't. Ugh.
I want to go take Tylenol listening to that.
Yeah, my jaw is stopped throbbing right now while I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
But some of these locations, it's just, I don't. This is why I put the warning and,
Right.
Yeah,
because some of them, like you said, if you do any research on Penhurst, you know how terrible it was there. It was,
absolutely.
like you said, it's the shame of Pennsylvania. It's
Yeah. And like, so the news reporters and everything came in for Penhurst and shut it all down and everything. So
Yep.
when the county came in for Hillview, was it a big story like Penhurst was in that county that Hillview's in? Or is it kind of just like, yeah,
You mean like when the Snyders were removed, or
yeah,
there were a couple of newspaper articles, but Newcastle's a small town. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
I don't know how I want to say it was probably kept as quiet as possible to sweep as much of it under the rug as they could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the Snyders were friends with the county commissioners.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question. How far were they into the government?
Yeah.
What friends did they have back then?
Well, they'd been administrators for years, hadn't they? I mean, before Hillview, they were administrators. So,
right.
And let's face it, back then there wasn't a ton of oversight.
Right. Which makes me kind of nervous at how many government officials actually knew what was going on and didn't say anything.
Right.
Yep.
Type of thing. If they were getting a little chunk of the change too, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Newcastle and like a lot of towns in Western Pennsylvania, there was a lot of corruption back then.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Yep. That's crazy. Now I want to get into the inside of this building because it's so fucking cool.
It is.
So you guys just being tour guides and everything, I don't know if you guys have been there since. So it went from a poor farm to nursing home. Nursing home closed. How far of a distance is it from when the nursing home closed to when the owner got it?
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
So how did they come into owning it?
At an auction.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. The owner now, her mother bought it sight unseen, and then when because she was always she was always like a I can't even think what I'm thinking. I can't even.
She liked historic buildings.
Yes, and wanted to turn it into to apartments,
Yes.
Okay.
and yeah, and then some lovely gentlemen dressed as construction workers broke in and stole all the copper, the wiring, yeah,
The lightning rods.
elevator guts. So kind of rendered the building useless.
Yeah, it would be
Wow.
today a value of about what, $150,000 in copper pipe
Yeah.
and wire.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy. So I have a couple pictures of, I guess, you guys cleaning up or what?
Yeah,
what
that was-
area?
That was an old storage room for the boiler room. Yes.
Okay. So what? When you finally, because it went from a nursing home, which I'm sure, like Penhurst when they bought it, they had to like undig like years and years and years and years of dust and dirt. And was it kind of just like you move in ready to go type of thing? Well, other than them stealing all the shit, was it like they had to spend years trying to fix it up type of thing, or
I don't think so.
No.
The only thing I can say that I know for sure is there was a former um, um, staff member there that came on a tour. He was in one of the therapy rooms. He was one of the therapists or whatever. And he said even when the building was open, the third floor was shit and
Oh.
falling apart.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I start my tours on the third floor to and work my way down the building.
yeah,
So like I see people's reaction when they come up and they see that building, like that
Yeah.
floor. They're like, "Oh my god!" Like yeah, it was like this when it was open.
Yeah.
and they had people in there like that,
Yeah.
or was it a third floor kind of just storage or?
Well,
No.
third floor was very small. It's probably maybe 10 rooms up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, bed like patient rooms. I mean,
Yeah.
you still have the nurse's station, like a break room or gathering room or whatever. You still have all that, but um, I believe it was a couple like 2 years before they closed. I believe they moved everybody down to the second floor
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
from the third.
Got ya. Now, were they having like roof issues or,
Yes.
Yes. Whoever decided to put a flat topped roof in a state that gets as much rain and snow as we do, I'd love to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine like walking out one morning, my whole car was like literally under snow. I couldn't even see my car. I was like, this is stupid. Why am I here? Like,
And here's Dell walking up the driveway at Hillview in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yep.
yeah, it's okay. I'll be sitting there on the porch waiting for you with my teeth chattering.
Right.
So I'm sure back in those days, they didn't have AC, they didn't have heating, they didn't have anything. So like back in the poor farm days, you're literally in the elements. Like when it got cold, I got cold. When it got hot, I got hot.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you that there are some old radiant heat
Hmm.
registers that I'm sure they used, but
Okay.
there was no way in hell that it kept that building warm.
Yeah. I'm sure that boiler did not do the whole building. I can tell you
No,
that.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, the third floor alone, I think, only has two of those registers.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
And I'm sure they're more towards the nurses' stations than they are the patients' rooms. I guess you want to call them residents.
yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
yep, yep.
Wow. So I want to get into a couple of the hallways. I don't know
Ooh, Jeffries.
what
Yeah.
happens in this hallway because I know you guys have. I can just go through like a 20-minute list of all the activity you guys get.
Uh-huh. At
Um,
least, yeah.
yeah, we could do a whole episode on just activity that happens here.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
so that's 2 East, or what we call Jeffries Hallway.
okay,
What's crazy is that angle is like the same angle that Melissa sent you of that evidence that I got. It was like almost identical.
Yeah, it is.
Um, but yeah, that hallway is known for having a creeper.
okay,
Um, and then little 9-year-old Jeffrey and an older lady, Mary Ayala. She was born with a disease where she lost her eyes, and
wow,
Mary was a trip.
yes, so with her prosthetic eyes, she would hide them in her bedding and stuff, and call for the nurses, and
Yeah.
hey, can you fluff my pillow? And these glass eyes would fly out at him and scare the shit out of him, and he'd run away. Um,
And these
yeah,
are all
we
reports that
tell
we've
her,
gotten from former staff members and from her nieces who visited us. They said that woman had a wicked sense of humor.
oh, I'm
yep.
sure. Wow. So who was Jeffrey? What did he? Was, did he die in the property, like the poorhouse, or?
I will tell you, all the research I've done over the winter,
Mhm.
I have not found a Jeffrey
Yep.
that's
Uh,
that age. I have found where there were two brothers, age 9 and 11. One was I can't remember the names; it escaped my head. But about Jeffrey's age,
Mhm.
and Jeffrey's just one of those spirits that just happen. That everybody communicates with, and everybody gets the same name.
Yep.
got ya. Now, do you think there's, like I said, there's been multiple hundreds and hundreds of people investigating this building. Do you think it's kind of just one of those spirits that like piggybacked onto somebody and was like, "Oh, this place is nice," type of thing?
Quite
We have,
possible.
it's possible, but we have reports of Jeffrey from like when the facility was open.
Oh wow,
Like we have a gentleman who works at another local nursing home and he has a patient there who Jeffrey's room was his and he
yeah,
reports seeing and communicating with Jeffrey while he was a patient there. So this
wow,
was even when it was still just Hillview Manor, the nursing home.
uh huh, wow. So maybe it's just something on the land, or you like
Yeah.
you said, one of those unreported,
Mhm.
people that were there, and yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
and the problem is like we have census records, but they span when Hillview was open. Like we have 1920 and 1930. So,
Yeah.
if they came here in 1926 when it opened and then was gone by 1929, we have no way of
Yeah,
finding that through the census records. Plus,
uh,
you
and
know,
it's very uncommon to find census records that far back.
yes.
Yeah.
Usually there's a fire, or somebody doesn't do the census right, or
And that's
that
considering the Snyders were probably in charge of collecting the census there. How accurate was it anyway? It's
Right.
that too. Now,
That's
and
that, that's why I signed this up for Ancestry.
yes.
that's cool. I didn't know
That's
you could
where
do that on properties like that.
That
I
and that
I it started with just the name, and that was Perry Snyder.
Yep.
And then everything just snowballed.
Wow.
And then I started a subscription for Newspaper Archive,
Which is awesome.
and then same thing started with Perry Snyder, and it just snowballed.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, the stuff they've unearthed through those sites is just amazing.
Wow. Now, just being curious of me being an investigator, if I walked into this room, I'd be like, what the hell is going on? And why is there so much shit here? Like,
That's
a full trigger object room for sure.
That's Mary Virginia's room.
So, did you guys put that there, or was that how her room was?
That was offerings from investigators.
Yeah.
Okay.
People like to bring things for Mary.
Yep.
Now, who's Mary? Was she part of the nursing home or the poor farm?
Actually,
nursing
both.
home. Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sure.
So the people that were in the poor farm, did they just transfer them to the nursing home, or did they kind of kick people out that were able to, take care of themselves or whatever?
As far as I know, they just transitioned them over.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Mary was very childlike. She had cerebral palsy and a few other medical conditions.
Okay.
And let's face it, back then, she was born in 1917. Back then, if you were born like that, they
Yeah.
dumped you at the nearest county facility.
Yeah.
And she lived there until 2004 when the facility closed.
Wow.
And every single former employee who comes through just talked about what an absolute sweetheart and an angel she was. And she loved dressing up. She loved having all the necklaces and bracelets up her arms.
Yeah.
And if you look at that picture, there's a nightstand next to the bed. There's a photo on it. That's actually a photo of Mary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she loves to swing the necklaces to communicate.
Wow.
It's really awesome.
And you think that picture's bad? You should see her room now.
Oh yeah, that's nothing. That's very sedate now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
now,
everywhere.
What kind of other than the necklace is swinging? What kind of activity do you get from Mary? Is she more of an intelligent, or is she residual, or?
She's very intelligent.
Very.
Okay. She's type of the one that'll sit there and have a conversation with you.
Yes. She'll sing like you can start singing a Christmas carol. She was born Christmas Eve, 1917.
Oh wow!
But she loves Christmas carols and Christmas songs and stuff like that. So you just have your recorder, start singing one, and just let her take over. Most of the time. Most of the time, not every time, but
we've had people catch her singing Three Blind Mice.
Wow!
And she likes lounge lizard stuff like Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra. I was down there with an investigator one night because she couldn't find her way down there and started playing Hey Mamba by Dean Martin. And we could hear a woman's voice humming along with it. So it's awesome.
Wow. Do you get that a lot there? You get audible voices that you can hear?
Yeah.
Yeah. We get it a lot. And they love music at Hillview.
Wow. I've heard that from a lot of investigators, actually. You love music while you're alive. Why wouldn't you love it while you're dead?
Exactly.
I feel like music's a major trigger.
Yep.
Definitely.
Trigger. It gets people excited. It gets people wanting to move,
I actually had a door slammed in my face at Hillview because I was singing as I was walking down the hall. So.
Oh, wow.
They either had an opinion about my singing. I was with two other investigators. They either had an opinion about our singing or about David Bowie. I'm not sure which, but they definitely had an opinion, and it was not a good one. So.
Got you. Don't quit your day job type thing.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of. Well, the one time Dale and I were there testing the speakers, we have like a public address system through the building.
Okay.
And it had gotten shorted out, and we were testing it, and Dale was playing music, and I was walking around telling him if I could hear it. And he was playing the band Ghost, and I was in 1 North, and I radioed down, "Hey, I'm here," and he played the music. And as soon as he started it, 3 doors slammed down. It was bam, bam, bam. We're like,
Oh,
yeah,
It must
I
not like ghosts.
yeah, I can hear it, but again, they have an opinion.
well, hey, Dave, what's going
Hey, Dave.
on? You are
Hello.
not in Clearwater Beach, sir. You are in the Carolinas, sir. I know where you are. But, hi, buddy. That's my buddy Dave. I love Dave. But
Yeah. I'm sorry, but just speaking of music,
no, go ahead.
we have two volunteers now, Jason and Stacy. They're a married couple, what, unmarried but married. You know, they've
Yeah.
been together for like 80 years and
Right.
still haven't tied a knot.
Yeah.
But before they were volunteers, we had them as a guest on our live, and they get there early. Um, Jason went upstairs, put his phone in a speaker on a nurse's station on the third floor, and Stacy did the same thing down one north, our most haunted hallway.
Mhm.
And 15 minutes before the live starts, they go to get their phones and their speakers. Stacy says she was walking down one north, couldn't hear the music anymore. She looks, the speaker's on the floor.
Wow.
Well, luckily, there's a camera that faces that nurse's station.
Yeah.
So I go back into the cameras, and you just see that speaker sitting on the counter, and just like somebody just knocked it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Jason's up on the third floor. He comes down. I said, "Where's your phone?" He goes, "Dude, you got to come with me." I go upstairs to the third floor. Well, I'm not even up there yet. I can hear the call cords are pulled. You hear, and I'm like, "What the hell?" So I go turn it off, walk out, it starts going off again. So I go back downstairs. I grab some duct tape and I tape it so it won't come back on. Start walking out. The other one in for the other bed starts going off. Um, Turn it off. It walk out. It starts going off again. So I tape it, and then all of a sudden another room has started going off.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I tell everybody, you're investigating, play music, even if it's soft, even if it's just by yourself. If you're somewhere in that building, anywhere, play music.
Yep.
Now,
A couple of
Oh,
years
right.
ago at Christmas time, we closed during the winter because the building is just too cold.
yeah.
And our maintenance guy would leave a radio playing in one north, and he would leave a Christmas station on, so it was all Christmas music. And we'd go in there to do the live, and you can't even describe the atmosphere in that hallway. It was like walking into happiness. Like
That's
everything was upbeat and bright, and we're like, "Did you guys like the music?" Yes, yes. Leave the music on, coming through
yeah.
crystal clear. We're like, okay, like never in a million years expected that. He just wanted to do something nice for the spirits. So it was. So
That's
now
all.
we still do that. He just rotates hallways now, and he'll leave it playing
Yep.
for like a week. Just leave the Christmas music playing.
That's cool.
It's really
That's
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, got another comment.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna have
Ooh.
to get with
That sounds
you
awesome.
after the podcast. Yeah, for sure.
I bet it's hot.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't do those jails in August. No. I learned my lesson.
I did Moundsville once at the end of July, and it was so humid that it like the condensation was running down the walls. It was
yeah. Yeah.
horrible.
I have never tapped out in an investigation ever. I don't run. I call it Scooby Dooing. I don't
Right.
Scooby Doo. I don't run. That's the only time that I've ever tapped out on an investigation because I thought I was going to have a heat stroke. I was like, I'm going to die if I'm in here. And I couldn't even. There's only 8 cells in this jail, and there would be multiple people in this cell.
Too many people in a small
Like,
area.
I couldn't imagine. There was no windows. There was only bars. There was.
Nope.
It was. Yeah, it's a very, 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 very active jail.
Yeah. I've left Hillview a couple of times because it was too cold. I remember the one January Dale, it was you and I, a couple other people were there doing the live, and we used to do an hour and take a break. and then do the second hour. And at the break, our boss called us. She said, "Go home. I can hear your teeth chattering on the live stream." We're like, okay.
Yeah.
He is inside and it's 70 degrees. Well, lucky freaking you.
Right?
No, I'm just kidding. I love everybody. So, what? I have a couple pictures of the restroom. I don't know.
That's
like,
Mary.
I like the tile work.
That's Mary Aiello's bathroom. He was
Okay.
telling you about Mary Aiello. She was the one who was blind. They put her directly across from the bathroom because she had OCD, and she knew exactly how many steps over and back, so she could go over and wash her hands multiple times a day.
Oh wow!
So it's very common. It's very common for us to see like a shadow moving back and forth. Sometimes you'll hear like the tapping of her cane, shuffling of slippers, things like that.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
Is this
Angela's.
Same restroom.
That's Angela. Nope,
That's
that's
Angela.
Angela's.
Oh, okay. So what happened? Does activity happen in the restroom too? Like just no matter where you are, there's activity.
Yep. Everywhere in that building, there's activity.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I want to get in there. So I've always wanted to investigate Hill View. I'm so glad.
Well, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was this more of like a common room, or is this a bedroom, or?
That was the Snyder's apartment.
Yep.
Okay.
When it was the poor farm. That was like their like living room.
So did they have their own little separate house compared to the poorhouse, or?
Their little house was inside.
Yeah,
The
it was like an
poor farm.
apartment. Like when you look at the picture of the front of the building, where you
Okay.
see over the main entrance, you'll see that like arched window. That's that living room.
Oh
Like
wow!
Yeah, that's where their apartment was.
Yep.
Wow.
And the two windows on each side of that.
That is awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they love to
Oh.
during Scare Manor set up ghosts that glow in the dark and not tell people. So when we get to work in the dark in October, we're scared in the parking lot. Well, you pull up and you look up and there's a ghost leaning out the window. It's a little off-putting. I'm gonna be honest.
For sure. For sure.
I almost created a new entrance into the foyer because I wasn't expecting it.
Well, it's no longer there. It's
I
no
know,
longer
it's
in the
downstairs.
window. Now it's chillaxing in the lobby.
It is.
In a chair.
It is. So now we need something new to put up there for October, Dale.
Yeah. I'll think of something.
I ask the same question in like every location I do. Do you guys sit outside and actually look in the windows to see if you get stuff out of the windows?
Being a smoker, I'm outside at the smoking area. I don't want to say constantly, but a handful of times a night.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly looking in the windows.
Do you see stuff in the windows looking out at you, or?
I have.
Sometimes, yes.
And it's real quick. Like,
Yeah, it's just a cool thing that I like to ask because that's what I do. I like looking in. When I was walking through Penhurst and you had to walk through the tunnel to get to the administration building, I would swear I looked at every window. Every window, because you never know.
No.
Right.
You can definitely feel from the moment that you walk on that property. I'm sure it's the same way there. That something is staring at you and something's next to you and something's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to be here. Who are you? What are you doing?
We have a lot. I call them peekers at Hillview, especially like one north. You're standing there looking down that long hallway, and it's like a shadow figure leans out from the doorway, and like you're peeking out the door. We get a lot of that too from in the building.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the hell are you doing down there?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Trying to sleep.
Right.
Well, it's like another thing. Like that's usually do you allow people to come and investigate?
Yes, we do.
They
We have
do?
public and private investigations that you can book. And we are located in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. We're about an hour north of Pittsburgh.
Yes.
But yeah, if you go on our website or on our Facebook page, you can find all the different kinds. We have all kinds of events all year long. Like I said, public investigations, private investigations, day tours. You name it, we pretty much have it covered. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
we try and be flexible for people.
We just had John Zaffis this past Saturday.
That was awesome.
I was about to ask that.
That was awesome.
That's what I said. That's when I say like the who of who with paranormal people that are in the paranormal, they've been there. Like,
Yep.
I don't know who your couple people are that haven't been there, but I know a good chunk. Like that's like one of the main spots that people gravitate towards is Hill View.
Yep.
Yeah. The only group that I can think of that hasn't been there is Ghost Brothers.
Yep. And we'd love to have them.
Yes. Like, I mean, there's other TV shows that haven't been there, but
Yeah.
those people have been on other shows that have been there.
Yeah.
Right.
So like Kindred Spirits, like
Yeah.
Amy Bruni and Adam Berry have both been.
Yeah.
I got to meet Amy like a couple months ago, and she is the most awesome person that I've ever met.
She is. She's amazing.
She's so nice.
But yeah, they were there when Ghost Hunters were there.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, and then there's my favorite Pittsburgh girl, Heather Taddy.
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Yeah, Heather and Katrina, yeah.
Yes.
That's literally the first show that I started watching when I was younger was Paranormal State.
Oh yeah.
Because it had
Loved
the
that
Chip
show.
Coffee, it has Michelle Bellinger, you know, Lorraine Warren, you know. Why would you like I told you, I was obsessed with paranormal and like I knew about the Holzer, I knew about the Warrens, I knew all about this, and I was like, Lorraine Warren's on this show? Oh, I'm down. Let's go. Hell yeah.
And speaking of Lorraine, just a fun fact: this past Saturday when Zaffis was there, we were in the basement and we were using it was a spirit box app that John had on his phone.
Isn't it some type of portal or something? It's
I can't remember what it was called, but we actually got Lorraine Warren's voice come through.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Crazy.
Wow.
I mean, me being a huge fan of the Warrens as it is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I missed that.
It was great. I mean, you know, I know their voices.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, "Was that Lorraine?" And John looked at me. He goes, "I think it was."
Oh,
Wow.
that's fantastic, Dale. What an
Yeah.
experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that John and Lorraine were very good friends.
Yeah.
Just being in, you know, being another haunted collector. John Zaffis is another haunted collector also, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
He's actually Lorraine's nephew.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Mhm.
that.
Yep.
Well, that's a good reason to come back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
couldn't do that. That would be my highlight of my life. If I
Right.
could get Lorraine Warren's voice. Wow.
I know. I tried quitting Hill View, and the owner wouldn't let me.
Oh.
Said, "That's it. I'm done. I don't need anything else." And he's like, "No,
Yeah.
you're not going anywhere."
Yeah.
Yep. I have reached the pinnacle.
Yeah.
I'm all done.
Yeah. Yeah. Sell all my equipment. I don't need it anymore. I'm happy.
Right?
I think I would have. That would have been a couple years ago when Jack Osborne was there.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I'd have been like, that was it for me.
Was that with Portals to Hell or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Katrina it was Katrina, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
And sometimes Heather.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
They
That was great.
I've actually met Jack a couple times.
Oh, awesome
nice
guy.
guy.
He's an amazing person. Amazing. But
The-
oh man. That Lorraine story's got me messed up now. Now
Yeah.
Right?
it's so bad.
Yep.
But so is this part of like the basement or
That's the
That
boiler
is
room.
the
Yeah.
that is what? I'm sorry, you guys cut out.
good, Melissa.
Oh, okay, sorry. It's the part of the original boiler room.
Okay. Now, what kind of activity do you get? Because I know, like, the basement and the boiler room are, like, usually, like, the most haunted places of the building.
Mm. Well, down
What?
there we get a gentleman named Eli.
Okay.
And Eli was an original resident during the Poor Farm days. And he worked down in the boiler room. But
Okay.
Eli was also an alcoholic, and it was a county-run facility, so they didn't allow alcohol on site.
Ah.
And so he would sneak out, tie one on, he'd come back, security guard wouldn't let him in, he'd sneak around back, sneak into the boiler room and sleep it off. Well, unfortunately, one Christmas Eve, he didn't quite make it and passed out back in the snow. And some of his buddies found him and dragged him into the boiler room to warm up, but the damage had been done and he did pass away.
Wow.
But Eli is kind of a fun spirit.
Yeah.
We get a lot of stuff about drinking.
Yeah.
We've gotten him asking if it was time for shots. Can he lead us to the bar? Stuff
Wow.
like that.
That's why. Go ahead.
Speaking of Eli, I just found his. I forget what they call them. The papers from when he came from Finland.
Really? His immigration
Yes.
papers? That's awesome.
Yes.
That
Oh
is
my gosh,
cool.
that's awesome.
So it literally puts him into where he came into the United States.
Yep.
Yes.
And if I remember, it's Minnesota.
Wow.
That makes sense. Finland to Minnesota, there were a lot of Finnish immigrants, yeah.
Wow. That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We don't
Eli's
have-
kind of a cool guy.
See, this is why I need to get out of Florida, because I might live in the oldest part of the United States, but there's not places like this in
Right.
Florida that I know of. And believe me, I would know. I would know. But
Eli's always funny too, because I always say Eli's a bit of an inappropriate toucher. He likes to touch people's hair or their
Okay.
shoulder, or even give you a little butt pat, and he does not limit it to the ladies. I've seen more than one guy walking out of the boiler room and jump.
oh,
So
okay. That's why.
that's the
Yep, I heard it. That's why I literally keep in my investigation equipment. Everybody laughs at me, but I keep a little shooter bottle of Jim Beam in my equipment. I use it for trigger objects just because of that reason.
Yeah.
Because you know damn well if you put a freaking liquor bottle there, he's going to try to touch it. He's going to
Right.
try to get it.
We have a regular investigator who comes, and she had almost like a REM pod made out of a liquor bottle.
Yeah.
Which is awesome down there. Eli goes nuts over that.
Yeah.
Your house is probably crazy haunted. I mean, yeah.
Probably.
I mean, I have 2 haunted dolls chilling above my bed. So, you know. Oh, I forgot to mention, if anybody sees, there's 3 cat balls going live right now next to my haunted, because every time I do this podcast and start talking about ghosts, something happens.
Okay.
So I put cat balls up there this week just to see if
Smart.
anything happens. But yeah, we've had a couple investigations where I've brought a liquor bottle or something, or I have a little cigarette REM pod. You open the pack and it's literally a fake cigarette, and if you touch the pack of cigarettes, it'll go off like a REM pod.
Oh, Jimmy and Lester'd like that.
Oh
And
yeah.
There's a couple of times that it's gone off on the jail, like something's literally touched it and it went off. I was like, all right, this thing's cool. I'll send you the link for it when I get done.
Yeah, please.
Sweet.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have spirits up on the 3rd floor who when they were alive and even now would offer to take your picture for a cigarette. And people used to leave them cigarettes, but unfortunately we can't allow that anymore because we are an empty building, and we do unfortunately get mice, and the mice were eating them. You know, it's bad enough the way of mice, but mice that are eating tobacco was not really a road we wanted to go down. So,
no.
so we unfortunately can't allow it. But that would be a really awesome trigger object. They'd probably go nuts for that.
I couldn't imagine a bunch of nicotine
addicted.
mice
Yes.
around.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
bad enough we have them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure your whole area, as of Pennsylvania where I was, it was nothing but cornfields and tobacco fields. And is it
Lots
the
and
same
lots of
way
corn.
around there? Yeah.
Lots and lots of cornfields.
Yeah. So yeah, are they the little mice?
Yeah.
They're like this big. Yeah. We
Yeah, and you'd
moved
think
into
with the
a
number
house.
of bats that we have, they'd take care of that, but they're really not pulling their weight.
No,
So
no. We moved into a house in Pennsylvania. When we first moved up there, nobody lived in the house for like a year, and there was little mice, about this
little
big,
field mice.
everywhere. It took us months to get rid of them. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
you name it, we've got it at Hillview. We've got a plethora of groundhogs.
Yeah.
We've got a family of foxes out back.
Deer.
Deer everywhere.
Yeah. Wow.
The funniest part with the deer is when they wander up to windows and scare the crap out of people during
Yeah.
investigation. That poor lady in Mary
Just,
Virginia's.
walk up and just look in the window, or
Yeah, a lady was in Mary Virginia's room, which is on the first floor, and just happened to look out a window, and a deer had walked right up. It was right outside the window. Her scream
Oh,
echoed through the whole building.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, that would start only too, not expecting to have something staring back at me.
Right, animal shaped staring back at you, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'd rather a deer than a bear,
Yes, because
Yeah.
there've been a lot of bear in the area this summer too. So.
Really.
Mhm.
Wow. Now, you said multiple halls. This hall looks a little different than everything else. What is this area?
That is the back hall on the third floor.
Okay. Now
Um,
go ahead.
Directly left of like the end of the picture is Jimmy and Lester's room.
What do they do?
Those were the gentlemen with the cigarette.
Okay.
And take your picture for a cigarette or $1. But the funny thing is they never had film in their camera.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
And if you can think of it, these guys did it seriously. They were the pranksters of the building.
Yep.
Got ya. Like, where's my freaking picture? I just gave you a cigarette. I want the picture, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then tell them he'd get it developed and mail it to them, but it was a Polaroid camera, so you don't have to wait for it to get developed. There were go ahead.
We actually have the camera. We have his camera. So
We do. There's golf balls that people leave. We have Jimmy's camera.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
yeah.
Yep.
Talk about a trigger object.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. Now,
Yeah.
do you guys set equipment, or do you keep equipment in the area, like throughout the hospital all the time for it to go off, or just while you're investigating?
Just when we investigate.
Okay.
But that's actually not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea. That's you know.
Just a couple REM pods here, cat ball here or there, right in the camera view or something,
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
But my friend Erin, you talked about one of the liquor bottle REM pods. She just got one. And I'm going up there to Tennessee with her next month, in a couple weeks, actually. And we're going to go investigate the Steen House and the Euro Shrine, like a whole paranormal retreat. So
Nice.
I'm pretty curious at how that liquor bottle works, because I want to get one myself.
Cool.
Well, the Wraith Chasers are from Tennessee. They just made that 9-hour drive. You should make a 9-hour drive to Hillview.
Right?
I'm smart, though. I fly.
Oh,
See? Same. I fly.
Yeah.
nope. You, my feet won't leave the ground.
It took me, the last time I went to Pennsylvania, it took me I broke it in half. I stopped in south of the border, North Carolina, South Carolina, and slept overnight. So I wonder. It took me like 23 hours.
Okay.
And you said you're in over by Pittsburgh, correct?
About an hour north. Mm-hmm.
Because we're about an hour from Philadelphia in
Okay.
Lancaster, where I was.
All right. So yeah, you've got to come up and over. I have friends who actually just
Oh,
drove a few months ago from our area down to Orlando, and it was like a 16-hour drive. So
that's not bad.
no.
I
Now
was
they
one
did the
of them.
same thing.
You were
What? Yeah. Yes, you are. Now, Dale, did you take a break or did you just drive straight through?
I drove straight through.
Okay.
Wow. Other than like
I couldn't
bathroom
remember.
breaks or food or gas or
Yeah,
that's
I wanted to do it faster than I did, but my mom was with me. I was taking
okay.
her to my brother's house, who lives in Palatka, right outside Jacksonville.
Okay, yeah.
And so I took her down, dropped her off, and then I went to the wedding. But yeah, she wanted to stop. I'm like, no.
Yeah. So we were closer than we thought
Oh yeah.
to go. Because I live in St. Petersburg, Florida. So probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how you drive, from Orlando. So yeah, it's not
Nice.
that far.
Yeah, we
Real
were in
close.
Winter Park.
Winter Park. Yeah, it's not that
Yep.
far. It's probably about 2-3 hours from me. That's not bad. But I want to know what this room is. Like, were all the rooms set up this way, 2 people per room, or did certain people have their own rooms?
That is room 128.
Yep.
Okay.
That is Bill Boots's room.
Okay.
That is down one north, and those rooms are made up for 2 people.
Okay. Now I've heard that name on the show before, Bill Boots. Who was he? What did he do? Was he poor farm or the nursing home?
Nursing home.
Okay.
Yeah, if we ever talk about one north, you'll know it's automatically nursing home.
Okay.
Bill Boots was just he had congestive heart failure. Awesome spirit.
He is.
He's just one of those guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Likes Elvis music.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you got a name called Bill Boots. I'm sure you love that type of music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now being an investigator and like watching, I love Project Fear. I don't know if I know they've been there 3 times actually.
Yeah.
Trail of Terror, the Destination Fear, and then Project Fear when Alex went by himself.
Yeah.
And when he walked down the hallway and he took the night vision off, all you see is the exit signs in a dark room and red lights. Like,
Yeah.
this is literally what all investigators see.
Hmm.
Do you guys like walking down that hallway in the dark, or do you guys make sure you have flashlights all the time? Or
I'm
I
dark
I
all
have
the
a
time.
flashlight because I walk into walls. So it's more for my safety than anything. I could maneuver my way through that building blindfolded. I think all of us could, but otherwise, like I said, I immediately walk into walls. So the flashlight's for my safety.
freaking walls come out of nowhere. I swear to God,
They do, and they move the minute the lights go off. I'm telling you, it's too bad, Dale. We don't have a picture of One North at night, all it up like that, because that's just awesome. It's every 80s slasher movie with the long hallway that seems to go on forever. That is what One North looks like in the dark.
Yeah. I think that's the one that he showed. That it's got like the little exit signs like every 5 feet.
Yep.
And then there was a big door at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I've heard you mention One North a couple of times. Is that what makes that a different type of hallway than all the other ones?
Well, that was part of that 1977 edition, and you saw that picture of the building with the east and the west wing. One
Yeah.
north is off by itself, like runs parallel to the building behind. It's still attached to the main building, but it's just one north. There's nothing above it, and there's only the basement partially below it,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it's in the entire building is haunted, but one north is really in a class all its own.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
we
Now, what
always say
kind
it never disappoints.
I'd say the same thing about the jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not if this jail is haunted, it's when it wants to show itself.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I want to get there so bad.
Come see us.
Hill View. I've been to jail like 7 times now. That's my home away from home. But like just like pictures like this, like this is where you would find me.
Mhm.
Just in a random room. What room is this?
That is the Children's Tuberculosis Orphanage.
Oh, yeah, you would definitely find me there.
Yep. That's a great
Yep.
room.
So
Kids are
toys. What kind of activity do you get? What kind of do they like playing with cat balls and REM pods or?
Yes.
they do. Actually, my favorite story in there is Dale and I when we were with Greg Nicholas the very first time the kids talked to us. Because we've been told for years that there were child spirits in there, so we decided to focus on that for a live stream. And it was Dale and I and a few other people and psychic medium Greg Nicholas. And Dale had the necrophonic going. We were trying to think of games that kids might have known from back then, late 20s. We were naming different things, and Greg says, "Oh, I know, Ring Around the Rosie." Crystal clear, little girl's voice comes through the necrophonic, "Ring around the Rosie." Dale and I look at each other's like, "Did you hear that?" And Dale and I are just like, "Here, somebody take this, we're out."
Yeah. Wow.
But that seemed to like really spike up the activity, and they've been talking to us ever since.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Now you should get one of those. I don't know if you have it or not. I don't know what kind of activity you have. But I know, talking about kids and all that, the Boo Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Somebody has a Boo Bear.
I did, but it broke.
Oh, okay.
Got yeah.
The little battery thing like pulled away.
Oh.
I mean,
Now,
I can rewire it. I'm just lazy.
Now we've discovered a lot of things, like they seem to low tech it at Hillview, because the little girl in there, her name's Ellie. She's like 5 or 6 years old. She loves, like the little windmills that kids could buy at the Dollar Tree that, you blow on them and they spin.
Yeah.
Pinwheel.
We put those in there, and the pinwheels. Yeah. And she loves those. She'll turn them. So
Wow.
like the kids seem to like the low tech stuff too.
Yeah.
Jeffrey's room, if you put balls or trucks down on the floor, he'll roll them around. So it's,
Yeah. I actually have one on my desk right now. I use these.
yeah.
The little dog toys, like the,
Okay.
you can record it. You can record whatever you want on it. And all you have to do is type it. And we have it saying, "I'm right here." I have one with 20s music. I have
Nice.
one with Tiptoes to the Tulip, because
There you go, Dale.
I love that song. I do. I
too.
love it. It's so fucking creepy. It's so great. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It
Between
creeps
that and
people out.
between that and the Summer Place, those two songs freak me out.
Yeah. 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 But what
Anna.
Anna, okay. Was she part of the home or the poor farm?
Nursing home.
Nursing
Yeah,
home?
she was.
Okay.
Yeah, she was part of the nursing home. Her room is right across from Mary Virginia, the one with all the necklaces. And
Okay.
Anna is very sweet. She's very proper, but she can get a little sassy with us sometimes.
Gotcha.
She and Mary Virginia, I guess, have a little bit. She thinks that the necklaces are very childish. People tried to leave her necklaces, and she did not like them. She asked us to take them off her bed. She does not like them.
Wow.
But one of my favorite things in there is she loves waltz music. She told us the one time that she used to love to waltz with her husband. So we actually have it up on our YouTube page. A group of investigators set REM pods up and started playing waltz music. And like they stepped quite bit back away from it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were playing the waltz music and the REM pods were strobing in time with the music. It was fantastic.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
And-
would be cool.
And if you go down there and you go to Mary Virginia's room first, you might have Anna over there telling you that you're wasting your time, that all the activity is going to be in her room. It can it can get snarky.
Yeah.
Wow. That
But Anna's my girl. I love
I'm
Anna.
still stuck on the waltz one.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, they came down, running down to get me. They're like, you've got to come down here and see this. And so they started playing the music again. And again, they were just strobing in time with the music. It was unbelievable.
Yep.
That would be cool to get like a diaphragm of the actual steps that
Yeah.
you have to do for the waltz and set the REM pods exactly where you're supposed to move. That's cool. I've never heard anything like that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So,
Yep.
I think we've shown this one actually.
Yeah, that's Jeffrey's. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know I got that. Oh, I got a couple doubles. Sorry.
That's all right.
Now, what hallway is this?
That's
On the first floor, we call that time clock, but that's the second floor, so that's directly above the time clock hallway 1 north.
Mhm.
Okay, so I kind of remember this from when Jack and Katrina were there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hallway that the nurses didn't like going down, the time clock hallway.
Yep.
Yes, and our owner, our boss
not
doesn't
like
like that.
Why?
Just the feeling she gets.
Huh.
When you get to that corner to make the left to go down the hallway, everybody has that like spinny feeling, you know, when you
Yeah.
ride a tilt whirl and you get off.
Huh. Now, the whole thing with portals to hell,
Mhm.
they're looking for portals.
Mhm.
Do you believe that there's portals in Hillview?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
I'd say more than one.
Because from what I remember, that Jack had a sensitive or a medium or something, and they said that there was a portal right under the time clock,
Mhm.
right where you said that you feel like that would make sense that you would feel the circling and
Yep.
the dizziness of it. Wow.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because that picture of the hallway that you showed, but like I said, that's not the time clock, not that one.
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. That's not time clock. That's the one right above it on the second
Okay.
floor. But that doorway there is the back stairwell. That portal is at the very bottom of those steps.
Okay.
Because you can even feel it up on 3 in that back
Yep.
hallway by that stairwell.
Yep.
You can feel that swirling.
Yeah. Now, even it being above, actually, you just answered my question. It just
Sorry.
it's okay. So you feel that all the way up.
Mhm. Yep.
Is there a basement part of that area?
Mhm.
Yep.
You feel
Yep.
it down in the basement too?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. I'm one of those investigators who are like, I'll stand in the center.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
all of
I
us
mean-
are like that.
Yeah,
Portal. All right, let's check it out.
I'll
Yeah.
do it.
If
You
I
got a
go
chair?
anywhere, call my husband, you know.
Yep. You got a chair, put a rope light around me, and give me a SB7. I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good. But these pictures, I know it's blue right now, but I usually do it red or green. I love investigating in red.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys? Is this more like an exit sign, or do you guys actually have like?
No,
red
those are the
lights
exit signs.
throughout? Okay.
Yep. Those are the exit signs.
And that's
And-
one north right there.
That's 1 north.
Oh, I don't know why. I believe just because I have shitty eyesight, I wear glasses
Same.
all day. Yeah. I feel like you could see spirits and shadows a lot more in neutral lights than a white light.
Mm. Well, I always feel like the red exit lights help with your night vision. Like it doesn't,
That too.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Kind of enhances it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, investigating wise, do you guys shut all the lights off
Mhm.
while doing investigations? Do you guys keep the lights on? Do you?
Whatever people want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to be in the
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah. We learned that, like the ones that are into it, like the ones that are actually renting the building for the
Mhm.
private, they want all lights off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Publix, can you turn the light on for the hallway to the bathroom? So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And every
so
once in a while, we'll get new investigators. Or at the beginning of the year, we had a group we were their first official, like private
Okay.
investigation,
Yeah.
and they wanted the lights out, and that lasted about 2 hours. And the next thing we know, we were looking at the cameras, and they had every light on in the building.
yeah.
I don't
Wow.
know what happened, but some freaked them out, and they did not want to be in the dark anymore.
Yeah.
It is a big difference. It's a
Yeah.
huge difference. Even
Yeah.
going into a property from the day to night. Like,
Oh, Hillview has a complete different personality from day to night.
yeah. So I've talked to Ashmore, I've talked to Ohio State, I've talked to everybody so far. Not everybody, a good
Mhm.
amount of people. And do you believe that you get more activity during the day than at night? Just because
Yeah.
everybody's awake during the day, everybody's
Yep.
sleeping at night. Everybody, you know.
Yeah.
So
Our day tours are wildly active.
yeah,
Yep.
So, and that's
Wow.
how a lot of well, not a lot, but many of our staff members, their first time there was a day tour.
yeah,
And we do 3-hour day tours. You get an hour and a half tour and then an hour and a half to explore on your own. It's the perfect way to experience the building because you get to
that's
see it in the
cool.
daytime. You know what I mean? In the dark, that building can be very maze-like.
Yeah.
But during
Oh,
the day, they
sure.
really get to, yeah. But the activity is just off the chart during the day.
Yeah, because everybody's awake.
Yeah.
Everybody's going. Everybody's doing. Do you guys have a lot of residual, or do you guys have intelligent, or just a mixture of both?
Definitely a mixture.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. So kind of just more of some rooms are just a tape recorder going back and forth over and over and
Mhm.
over.
Yep.
Where some of you're just gonna have a conversation.
We've even caught on camera sometimes, like in the basement, a shadow figure like pacing back and forth in the hallway. We've gone running down there to try and communicate, and there's nothing. So we figured that's one of the residuals. That's somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, have you ran across going from the poor farm to the nursing home?
Mm.
Have you gotten spirits that don't know their past?
Me personally, no.
No, I think they all know.
Okay. It's like, in a tragedy or something, you die instantly. Some people
Yeah.
don't know they're fucking dead.
Right.
Yeah.
But I didn't know
Um,
if you came across that or not.
Well, I know that you guys we would ask for a while what the building looked like to them. How does
Okay.
it look? Like, does it look like it does to us now, where it's a little bit decrepit, or does it look like it did back then? And was it Bill who finally answered, Dale?
I think so.
Yeah. And he sees it as it was, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
To him, he relayed to us that it looks the same, like there's still, nurses up and down the hallway. He can hear the patients, that kind of thing. So which we
Yeah.
thought was kind of fascinating.
That is pretty cool. Do you guys hear like phantom sounds from the nursing home?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
We hear like heart monitors, the beeping
Yeah.
of heart monitors. We'll hear shoes going down up and down. I mean, again, if you name it, we've heard it.
Wow. God, I want to get in here so bad.
See,
We
now
do.
the footsteps. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The footsteps just remind me of something that happened after the Wraith Chasers
Mhm.
Me, April, and Jay, they're two other tour guides. We were up in Angelo's hallway, and we were talking to Angelo about that Robert Cunningham that I mentioned
Yeah.
a while ago.
Yeah.
But be, be, before we even mentioned his name, we were getting so much activity. All we had was a flashlight. Angelo's hallway, we call it noisy hallway because it's like every room comes alive. Like you
Yeah.
can hear shuffling of feet, like people were moving around. So we call it noisy hallway. So we go up there with just a flashlight. We're communicating with Angela for a good 20 minutes. I mentioned the name Robert Cunningham, and I shit you not. You hear footsteps coming down the hall towards where we're sitting, and then all the activity stops. Everything.
Wow.
Wow.
Um, no more. Jay got up, checked his flashlight to make sure it was still working, make sure the batteries were still good. Everything was fine. It was just all activity stopped.
Wow.
So, and it's something that's becoming a trend now that if you mention that name around certain spirits, they'll stop talking to you.
Okay.
Huh. That's good to know. I'll remember that.
Yeah. I just made a note of it in my phone because I'll
Yeah.
forget. So
They now, of course, everybody when they're alive, have bad days.
Mhm.
Some people are nice, some people are grouchy, some people are just mean. It's just the way they are. You
Mhm.
know, I don't like using the D word.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know what you
Yeah.
catch my drift, again with
Yeah.
the name Z,
Yeah.
but
Everything's a D.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure you don't have them. I'm
Mm-mm.
sure it's just grouchy spirits.
We always say that you don't get a pass in death. If you were a rotten person when you were alive, you're probably a rotten person in death.
Exactly.
So that's what people ask us a lot. Well, do you think the Snyders were the D word? And we're like, no, I just think that their terribleness carried over into the afterlife.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Now, my main question that I want to ask that just popped in my head: do you think the Snyders came back to Hillview after they passed?
definitely.
Absolutely.
Have you guys caught anything with them?
Oh,
Or
yeah. Oh,
wow,
yeah.
And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is the right place to say this, but I will say
it's okay.
I'll say it anyway. Um, we respect every one of our spirits,
Yeah,
Yes.
whether we know their name or not.
yeah,
Um, I and if it's a cool group that comes in, I'll tell them, respect our spirits, don't provoke
Mm-mm.
until we get to the Snyders.
And then,
And I will say, if you want to provoke any spirits, these assholes,
yep,
I mean,
we
they
all feel
deserve
the same
it.
just
way.
just don't do it to anybody else.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
provoke anywhere else in the building, you're gonna hear about it from us. But the
Yeah.
Snyders are fair game.
well, I don't blame them. They were not nice people.
Yep.
Nope.
Wow. And now, did you catch them in their apartment area, or did you catch them throughout the property?
Throughout the original building.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That
Hmm.
makes sense. So we do have a couple videos. I want to get into one major conversation that we were having before we went live.
Mhm.
But I want to play a couple of these videos. Um, so I haven't watched any of these videos. I don't watch anything. It's all a blind reaction. So
Yeah.
I'm watching at the same time you were watching it. So let's play a couple of these videos and then we'll talk about it after the video.
Okay.
Jimmy's grocery cart.
Just a random grocery cart. Is there a purpose for that? Or
Okay, we were telling you about Jimmy and Lester up on the third floor, the
yeah,
tricksters. That was Jimmy's grocery cart, and he apparently liked to take that everywhere.
okay.
And the legendary story that's attached to that grocery cart is if you couldn't afford a television, you had to share the TV in the break room.
Okay.
Well, these guys got tired of sharing, so they took their grocery cart down the hill to, it was called a Fisher's Big Wheel. Think of it like a Walmart.
Yeah.
Got a TV, put it in the grocery cart, and on their way out, they told them, hey, just charge this to Hillview. And walked it back up the hill, and they got caught when they were unpacking it. And apparently that story is still legendary. Like the police came, it was a whole,
Wow.
like everybody in the area, if you'll mention it to the police, are like, so the Jimmy story, they're like, oh God, yes. So,
Yeah.
so that was, yeah, that was like what, late 90s?
Yeah, and the shopping cart was in the bunker.
Yeah, we found the shopping cart in the bunker.
Oh, wow. Okay. I knew there's got to be a reason for it.
Yes. So
Random
that's,
grocery cart, and
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and it was nice to us, like we said, when we had former staff members there, and they immediately identified it. Hey, it's Jimmy's cart. We're like, yes, it is.
That's so cool.
It is.
I actually met a former employee at Penhurst
Oh, nice.
when they were doing the the haunted house. There's
Okay.
a part of Penhurst where you can walk through, and they have all the patient stuff. You can walk through the building. It's exactly the way it was when they closed.
Mhm.
Like you can walk through. She gave me one of these.
Oh wow!
Nice.
So they would give these to the patients, and they would have a store that the patients could go and buy stuff that the patients wanted. And this is one of the original dollars that they would give them.
Oh wow!
I need to get it laminated. This is very, very old now.
Huh.
But yeah,
That's awesome.
did they have the same type of thing like that in Penhurst or at Hillview during a poor farm? Or is it kind of just you work for your food and work for your living? And
Yeah, I don't think that there was any type of
anything
like tender like that. No. Mm-mm.
Okay. I like asking. It's the only
Yeah.
place I've ever been to that it's ever gave me anything like this or had a story like that.
Okay. That's interesting.
I was just curious. All right, let's get into another one.
Basement.
Is the basement that clean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
the main basement. Oh, yeah. And it used to be the most temperate part of the building. In the summer, it was the coolest, and in the winter, it was the warmest. Is it still like that, Dale? Last couple times I was down there, it was not so much the case.
Well, I've been running for the basement the last couple weeks for the lives.
Okay.
Because it is cooler down there right now.
Yeah.
Right.
But after this week, who knows?
Yeah.
That could change.
Yeah, because 4th of July week seems to be like the pinnacle of the heat in the building. It's
I
horrible. It's-
I'll be down in Miami on the 4th, so I know all about the heat.
I'll be
Yeah, I
in New
remember.
York.
Oh my god.
I'm going to be in my air conditioned house.
Yeah.
Oh, Hinsdale has air conditioning.
Ah, there you go.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get into one more.
I just love that walk up of the front of the building. It's so beautiful.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, see, you can see the ghost in the window that scares
Oh, yeah.
people.
Oh, that would freak me out.
Yeah. Well, especially because when she had batteries, she would glow blue. And then, like I said, they didn't tell anybody they put it in the window. And then, when you're driving up to work at 6:00 in October, it's dark. And I drive up and look up, and there's a blue ghost hanging out the window. And we almost had a brand new entrance. So,
either a new entrance or you had to go back to your house to change your pants.
well, I came in like, all right, who did that to me? All right, who's coming next? And then, I'm with everybody else pressed up against the window to see who we're going to get next.
For sure. Yeah, that's especially being an investigator or something, you're so like hyped up and you're ready to see something and you go out to hit your vape or something and you look around and you look up, you're like, oh shit.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Let's get into one more.
Ooh, the embalming room.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, so there was an embalming room in there. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
So like a full morgue there too, or
Mhm.
Wow. I didn't even get into any of that.
Well,
Wow.
again, until the 1940s, everything was done in house. So, but after 1945 is when funeral homes came online. Everything had to go through like a county coroner, things like that. Otherwise, everything was just done in house.
Yeah.
And I actually got a lot of that information. It was funny because I had a tour one time, and the girl was a coroner,
Oh, wow.
and she was just a font of knowledge of how that whole system worked.
Oh, I'm
So,
sure. Yeah, I've worked security in in a local hospital. Actually, the same hospital I was born in.
okay,
I grew up and worked in it. But yeah,
nice.
I was the creepy guy that worked there, and I was the only one that wanted to go down to the morgue. So they're like, here's the keys, because security had to unlock the door to give the body to the coroner. And yeah, I had to check the toe tag, and I had to check their paperwork, and yeah. So what kind of activity happens down there? I'm sure there's a lot.
In the embalming room, I don't get a
Yeah.
lot. How about you, Dale?
Yeah, no.
No?
We kind of
Wow.
operate on that by the time they get there, they were probably gone, I hope. But
The only thing that I've really gotten out of there, I was on the opposite end of the hallway, and like coming up out of the basement. And
Yeah.
I look down because I'm headed down towards the office, so
Mhm.
I'm headed down, and then look, I can see a shadow figure come out of that room and go to their left down to the chapel, and that's all I've ever gotten out of there.
yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I've seen
cool.
a shadow figure again down that way, but that's otherwise, we've had people, hey, will you come down with a shirt? And we're sitting there talking to each other in the dark. It's
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. Now, there is a video that you were talking about, Dale, that you took.
Mhm.
Um,
my easily one of my favorite pieces of evidence from Hillview.
Now, you said this is in what hallway again?
Jeffries.
Jeffries. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, you're going to see something run across the screen here.
Can I point at it?
Hold on, we're going to see if it shows up. All right, there it goes.
Whoa.
Right?
Let me play that one more time.
Absolutely.
Okay, you're going to see something run across the screen here.
Can I point at it?
Hold on, we're going to see if it shows up. All right, there it goes.
It literally looks like two little legs.
Mhm.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Yep. And that was right outside of Jeffrey's room, wasn't it, Dale? Right down
No,
the hall
no.
from Jeffrey's?
Yeah, yep. It was almost the same shot that you have of that same hallway.
Okay, yeah.
It's crazy. That's the shot you have.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Nope. That was, yeah.
That was one north.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Beautiful
find
picture of One North during the day.
Yeah.
it. This one?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the one.
Yes. Okay. Wow.
So the backstory to that video is I got permission from our owner. I was just a volunteer then. I got permission from the owner to set up my own DVR system during the public. I just had to let everybody know that if they passed in front of one of the cameras, they were going to be on film.
Yeah.
So what I did was I just ran two. I ran that camera, and then I ran one down into the old original boiler room that was off limits at the time.
Okay.
And then I set up a monitor in our little museum. That way, people wanted to watch them, they could watch them, whatever.
Yeah.
And me and my son went over it. You hear me say in that video, you're going to watch something pass over the street, or
Yeah.
what you don't hear is my son saying, "Oh, can I point it out?" And I said, "Hold on, we'll see it here in a second or whatever." So my son actually caught it. He's the one, like, I was falling asleep. I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. And my son's just wide eyed watching.
Oh, yeah.
And Dad, look. So He actually caught it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and he was what, 8 or 9 at the time.
Oh yeah. That would have been me, fucking straightforward, looking at it like, come on, give me something.
Yeah.
I feel like that now too, but I don't think that feeling's ever gone away.
Yeah, no.
So, unfortunately, you had a circumstance a couple months ago. I think
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think it was a couple months ago now.
No, June 1st.
June 1st.
Okay. Oh, so the beginning of this month. All right.
Yep.
So I can't say that I never urban explored, but I've never broken into anywhere. Everybody, anywhere that I've ever been is clearly nobody's been there for many centuries. It seems like it's just the buildings are horrible. But going into a place like this that is so well known and locked up and like I'll let you explain the story of what you guys know before I show the pictures. What exactly happened?
Good, Melissa.
Oh, thanks. So on June 1st, it was about 12:15. We had a couple of people who decided to have unauthorized access to our building. We have them all over on our video cameras, our security cameras, and they tried to get in multiple different doors. And when they couldn't, they broke 3 windows down
Mm-hmm.
to get access to the building. Decided
Wow.
to explore all over the building, help themselves to what was going on. And yeah, we're pretty upset. They did they did damage. Like we said, they broke windows.
Yeah.
Stole a couple things, we believe.
Yes, we have some things missing.
Wow. Now
And
it is 2026, people. There is not anywhere you go in this world anymore that is not a camera,
mhm.
especially in a location like this. Like,
Yep.
how do
And-
you not think that you're not going to get caught?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
we have all different ways I've mentioned before that people could come in and visit us. And
Yeah.
for me, like the worst part was 5 days later was our psychic fair. It was $5 admission and $10 tours.
no way.
I
Yeah.
mean, $15. That's all it would take to get a tour of the building.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Now I do have these pictures. If anybody knows these people, reach out to I guess Hillview or reach
Mhm.
out to the local police department or
either one to Hill View Manor through
Yep.
our email address or to the Shenango Township Police Department in Pennsylvania.
okay. Now, did you guys see these people while they were there, or did you guys like review the cameras later?
The assholes that you see in these photos
Mhm.
came after everybody was gone.
Okay.
So after we were notified by the police that the alarm was going off, I went up the next day and started going through the camera footage,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
that's how we got all the.
And they stayed even with the alarms going off?
It was a silent alarm,
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
so
And-
it went right to Shenango Township.
Wow. And they were already gone before the cops came. Or the cops didn't come.
No, the cops came, but it took them a while.
Because unfortunately, they said silent alarms sometimes usually are accidental.
Yeah.
They're not a high priority, which in this case they should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hindsight's 2020.
Especially when you go around the building twice,
Mhm.
and you're using your spotlight. How did you not notice broken windows?
Yeah, it's not like they
Yeah.
were little windows that they broke. They broke
Right.
big windows.
Yeah.
Like the windows in the area that they broke are almost floor to ceiling.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That is.
And I said, we had a Sunday night tour. That was a Sunday night, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And our girls who did the tour were literally out of the building at 11:40. So they broke in at 12:15.
So that just makes me think that they were close, watching them leave.
Yep.
Making sure they were gone.
Yeah,
Which I'm grateful that they did make sure they were gone and they didn't get a surprise.
for
But
sure, for sure. I mean, that's everybody's. Everybody's on high alert during the investigation because of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is why I travel with a knife. This is why I have protection on me all the time.
Yep.
Just because, going into urban exploring, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It is.
You can deal with homeless people, you can deal with animals, you can deal with, if you could clearly walk in this door, so can everything else.
Right.
Yep.
Wow. I'm very sorry that happened to you guys. That's
Thank you. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
pretty upset about it.
that's not okay at all. And
No.
even to the new people that are trying to investigate, don't do it.
No.
It's like they said, they had a tour for $15.
Yeah.
You want to go do it the right way.
Yep.
You want to investigate the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's sad because there's a place in West Virginia that I went one time. I absolutely loved it. We had a lot of activity. They had to close it because of not break-ins, but
Yeah.
people tearing the place up, partying. I mean, even when we investigated there was drug paraphernalia everywhere,
That's crazy.
and that was Sweet Spring Sanatorium.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love that building, but
Wow.
What? And then there's the place down south a couple of years ago that urban explorers broke in and wound up burning the building down.
yeah,
Wow.
So we're
Yeah. I feel like
playing around.
there's been a lot of locations that have caught on fire recently.
Mm-hmm.
You noticed that too? Like,
I did.
Mhm.
A lot of
And they're-
break-ins. People are becoming more bold, think the rules don't apply to them.
yeah. But yeah, if you know, I'll post them again. If you know anything about this or know who these people are, please reach out because they deserve something. You guys work hard for this location. You guys put a lot of time and a lot of heart into this, and
And it's everything that we've got to keep the building open and running. And our roof took an unbelievable amount of damage over the winter.
Yeah.
And so while we're trying to deal with that, now we have to deal with this.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the people that aren't into the paranormal and don't know the ins and outs and how hard it is to run a location and then just to go in there and do it, that's just really pisses me off, actually.
Yeah.
It really does. Because then, like you said, the Sweet Spring Sanatorium, the people that are doing it the right way, that want to get in these locations, now they can't because dumbasses
ruin it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, we can get on to that for another hour, but
Easily.
yeah. So before we go, I do have another video I have to play from my sponsor. But do you guys have anything coming up that you like to promote, or
We have our big convention coming up in August 15th. It's called HillCon. We have 7 speakers. There's psychic mediums. There's always like 50 plus vendors. We do tours of the building. It's a great event. And then we have a night investigation. And our special guests who are going to be leading our night investigation are a bunch of streamers.
That's cool.
Yeah, Mo Sargi is one of them. Who
Cool.
I'll be honest, I don't watch a ton of streaming, but a lot of people seem to be very excited about it. Exploring with Angelo, a couple other ones. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah, Chris Baird and Jasco.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't remember their names.
People like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, that's a great all day and all night event. We absolutely love that. Then we have a ton of stuff coming up in the fall. We hit the ground running in September, and we basically don't stop until November.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the first weekend of September, which the third and fourth, or fourth and fifth is we got Dave Schrader, Cindy Kaza, and Shane Pittman coming
yes,
cool.
for the whole weekend.
we're
Oh, wow.
so excited.
Is that for the paranormal, their new show, or I know you guys probably not allowed to talk about that, but
No.
yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, they're coming to do a whole weekend event. We're so excited.
Yeah.
They actually, I don't know if my friend Erin's still watching. She is an ambassador for the Euro Shrine
Okay.
in Tennessee. That's actually where I'm going to be in a couple weeks, and they filmed the episode there.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Euro Shrine, yeah. But it's funny that you mentioned a convention. I have a convention coming up in February that I've put together myself.
Fantastic.
So there will be bands, there will be a convention, there will be food, there will be vendors. And here's a little video for it.
Nice.
Ghost to Metal Fest. Nice.
Yes. So it will be a paranormal convention during the day, and then the vendors leave, and then it'll be a metal show after party the same day.
Road trip, Dale?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah. Come on down. I would love to have you guys. I have posted a lot of stuff about this location or this event. There is still one more major event that I haven't, or major person maybe, that I haven't said anything about till now. Soon. I promise you soon.
All right.
But
teaser there.
yes. I had to throw a little something in there, you know?
Right, of course.
But thank you guys so much for coming on, and
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. This has been such a pleasure.
Definitely. Hopefully I get to come out there one time. We were actually trying to go up there when I lived in Pennsylvania, but you guys were like 9 hours away. And
yeah. It's a long drive across the state. It really is.
I wasn't driving 9 hours that night. Sorry.
But yeah, hopefully you can come up and see us sometime. We'd love that.
Yeah. Yeah. If you ever make it and I'm still there, you're my guest.
Yes.
Awesome. Hell yeah. But thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. And here's our word from our sponsor. Wrong video. What's up, Underworld Industry? I just wanted to come on and let you know about our brand new sponsor, Incredible. You need banners, you need thank you cards, business cards, postcards, custom stickers. Let us know. You have a podcast, you need a new banner, go to Incredible. It's custom designs available, full print, professional layout assistance, small business friendly, quick turnaround. I use these stickers. You have bands, you have a paranormal group, you have anything that needs stickers, use Incredible. And if you see this video, use my promo code Underworld10 and you will get a discount on everything that you get. So, again, go to Incredible and tell them I sent you. Remember, always stay creepy. And I literally do. Literally do. I just got my package today.
Huh.
So if anybody's watching this and needs stickers, use my promo code Underworld10 and you will get a 10% discount on everything you order. So you're welcome, Kelly. Thank you so much for coming on, guys. And I hope I really do make it out there.
Absolutely.
Come and
Thank
see
you
this
again.
building. Yeah. All right, guys. Remember, always stay creepy. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.